Just for a bit of a heads up, this video was actually recorded several months ago. I've just been scrolling through my timeline at this point, and I've discovered that I've made a What If Michi Stole Christmas Part 2. And since it's around the Christmas season, I thought I would actually put that footage to good use. So yes, here we go. What If Michi Stole Christmas Part 2. On to Past Jacob. Right, I think it's time we address the Emmeline in the room. This video was actually recorded several months ago. I've just been scrolling through my timeline at this point, and I've rediscovered... Well then, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking. Well, it's happened again. I started re-watching MyStreet. In the wait for the conclusion of Season 6, sometimes it's good to return to the cathartic experience that is the good old days, the humble origins of MyStreet. Which inevitably led me back to an idea I proposed in December, namely, what if Michi stole Christmas? In the last part, I proposed what immediate changes would happen if instead of it being Zane who carries out the Christmas heist of 2015, it was actually Michi. Nowadays, the idea of swapping Michi and Zane is incredibly far-fetched, but in the days of Season 1, both these characters shared the spot of main antagonist. The series really could have gone either way in terms of a redemption arc. So we're going to carry on a few more episodes into the 2016 era. In the original show, we end the Christmas party and open up the next episode in the exact same setting the following day. How does this episode follow up the iconic How the Zane Stole Christmas? Well, it's 100% filler. So for our purposes, everything in episode 12 happens just as it does in the original. The New Year's party is a different story. Well, kind of. It's not very different since Michi was invited in both scenarios. And yes, now she's been caught stealing everyone's Christmas presents, but only Aaron was awake at the time, so Gareth, Lawrence and Dante still are okay when not only Kawaii-chan but also Aphmau invites her. Before I proceed further, since it's been so long, I advise everyone watching this video to pause here and go watch up to episode 13 of MyStreet Season 1. Since it's been a while, just to make sure everyone's up to speed. Zane gets an invitation too, but this time it's from Gareth. And his response is a very clear and direct no. Aphmau will just have to wait, because remember, she's still holding on to that present for him. She couldn't deliver it before due to the snow. Aphmau is still late to the party due to having to wait for Celeste to take a nap. When she arrives, just like in the original, she sees Michi bluntly flirting with Reese in Kawaii-chan's direct vision. The difference is that this time, instead of pulling Kawaii-chan to one side, she pulls Michi instead. Michi, what the heck are you doing? Leave Michi-chan alone, she's not doing anything bad. I think we both know that's a lie, Michi. We had an agreement. You said you weren't going to spite anyone anymore. And we both know how much Kawaii-chan likes Reese. Well, maybe Michi-chan likes him too. Aphmau pauses. There's some element of sincerity in Michi's voice. Michi had been following Aphmau's advice, but around Reese. Instead of merely objectifying him, she took the time to get to know him, and Reese, flattered by her approaches, was starting to subconsciously reciprocate some of the affection given to him. Not enough to kiss her at midnight, of course, but maybe that date he hypothetically mentions might be less hypothetical now. In any case, Michi sticks around with Aphmau for a while, conversing with Brendan, Jeffrey, Dante, and everyone else Aphmau comes across. There is a little moment where she makes flirty eyes towards Aaron, but she catches herself in the act and snaps out of it. The only exchange that doesn't happen is, of course, the one with Zane. Like I said, he declines the invitation from Gareth, and once again stays away, plotting his new form of revenge. I know, I promised that Zane would have his moment, and he will, but it's still too soon. Aphmau leaves Michi, just like she would have left Zane, once she spots Emmeline, and the events leading up to the kiss with Kenma happen just as before. Here's where I need to mention that this is the Emmeline that almost single-handedly led me to debunk Novalink's theory about Ghost's true identity. You know, the one that turned out to be true. For the purposes of continuity, I'm going to theorize that this Emmeline is the corporeal fragment of the MCD one, as to be expected, since Irene clearly didn't realize that she somehow survived, or at least that her soul remained. Like we've seen before with corporeal fragments, you can still have the original person be present and alive, as seen with Codex Ross. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch Revisiting the MyStreet Multiverse Theory. You can watch the original, but it's slightly a bit outdated now, and I've tried to remedy some of the points that I made in the old one. While that whole ordeal's going on, Michi returns to the seat where Reese is still waiting, with Kawaii-chan twiddling her thumbs nearby. Except not really, because he's a Minecraft character and has no thumbs, but you get the idea. Michi slowly goes up to Kawaii-chan, and mumbles so that only she can hear. You should talk to him. Huh? You like him, right? Say something to him. You like sugar. Tell him about sugar. Michi could barely believe what she was hearing herself say. But Kawaii-chan listened to her, and tried her best to follow her own deal with Aphmau and speak in non-stuttering full sentences. She looked so uncomfortable. This was clearly counting as spiting her, right? Right? Just to her right, Kenma and Emmeline are kissing. She turns back for one more glance at Reese, blinking back something. But she wasn't sure what, or why. And that's where we're going to leave things for now. Just like last time, let me know in the comments what you think of how the story is going, as well as any other ideas for what-if scenarios you'd like me to cover. Last time I got what if Aaron cheated on Aphmau as a suggestion, but I think the gacha community has that one pretty well covered. Anyways, please leave a like or a dislike because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.